In a world plunged into perpetual darkness, where the sun is only a distant memory and the moon never appears, night reigns eternal. The days of light have been forgotten, and the shadows have become constant companions of the beings that still survive. In this place of darkness and secrets, a young girl named Seraphine awakens in the middle of a shadowy forest, surrounded by trees whose branches look like claws tearing the sky. Thick fog covers the ground, and the whispers of the wind are like voices murmuring secrets forgotten by time. Seraphine has no memory of how she got there or who she really is. Her mind is a void, an abyss in which float fragments of images she cannot comprehend. All she feels is a deep sense of loss and a growing fear of the unknown. With no other choice, she begins to walk, heading deeper into the dark forest in the hope of finding some sign of life, some clue that will help her remember her past. After what seems like hours of wandering through shadows and fog, Seraphine arrives at the gates of a ruined city, Noctara. The worn walls and crumbling structures speak of a grandeur that has long since vanished. The streets are deserted, and the silence that envelopes the place is oppressive. Yet despite the decay that surrounds her, Seraphine feels a strange attraction to the city, as if an invisible thread is guiding her inward. Determined to discover the truth about herself, Seraphine crosses the gates of Noctara. In the center of the city, a ruined cathedral stands like a monument to hopelessness. It is an ancient building, with broken stained glass windows and pillars that seem on the verge of collapse. Something in Seraphine's heart stirs at the sight of the cathedral, an echo of a lost memory. Without knowing why, she heads there, feeling that within those crumbling walls she will find the answers she seeks. As she enters the cathedral, darkness envelopes her completely, but in the center of the altar, a tall man wrapped in a dark cloak awaits her. Lucian, an unfamiliar but strangely familiar face, watches her with eyes that seem to see beyond her appearance. In a deep, calm voice, he reveals to her that she is more than she believes, that she is a shadow guardian, destined to protect lost souls and maintain the balance between the worlds of the living and the dead. Thus begins Seraphine's odyssey, a journey through shadows and mysteries, where she must confront not only the dark forces that lurk in the night, but also the secrets of her own past. In this world of darkness, where every shadow hides a danger and every soul carries a story, Seraphine must discover who she really is and what her true purpose is. Don't miss out on the best. Subscribe now to my YouTube channel and join this amazing community. Every week, new adventures, tips, and much more await you. Hit the subscribe button and activate the bell to stay always up to date. Let's start with the story. In a world where sunlight has vanished and eternal night dominates the skies, a young woman named Seraphine awakens in a dark forest, with no memories of her past or where she came from. The air is thick with a dense fog that seems to whisper ancient secrets, and the shadows move as if they are alive. Confused and frightened, Seraphine wanders through the forest, searching for answers that never come. Finally, she arrives at the gates of a ruined city, Noctara, a place where decay and abandonment are the only constants. Seraphine feels something in this place calling to her, a force that seems connected to her very being. With no other option, she decides to enter the city, where her destiny will begin to unfold. Within Noctara, Seraphine is drawn to an ancient, now ruined cathedral, where she encounters a mysterious man named Lucian. This tall man, cloaked in dark robes, seems to know her, though she does not remember him. Lucian reveals that she is a shadow guardian, a being created to collect the souls of the dead and protect them from dark forces that seek to devour them. Lucian, a veteran guardian, becomes her mentor, teaching her about her powers and responsibilities. Seraphine discovers that she possesses unique abilities to manipulate shadows and travel between the worlds of the living and the dead. However, she also learns that her task is dangerous, as the souls she must collect are constantly at risk of being consumed by dark entities known as devourers. After a brief training period, Seraphine receives her first mission, to collect the soul of a young man named Jared, who died under mysterious circumstances. Following Lucian's instructions, Seraphine ventures into the realm of the dead, a shadowy and cold place where souls wander aimlessly. Jared, confused and frightened, resists following Seraphine, believing her to be a manifestation of his own fears. However, through empathy and understanding, Seraphine earns his trust and guides him to the safe haven of souls. This first success strengthens her resolve, but also confronts her with the reality of her mission. Life and death are in a delicate balance, and any mistake could have disastrous consequences. As Seraphine completes more missions, she begins to have visions of her own past, fragments of a previous life she cannot fully remember. These visions show her in a normal life, with family and friends, but they always end in a disaster that her mind refuses to fully reveal. Worried by these visions, Seraphine confronts Lucian, who reveals that all Shadow Guardians were once human, but that upon becoming guardians, their memories were sealed to protect them from their past pain. However, it seems that the seal on Seraphine's mind is breaking, and Lucian warns that remembering could endanger not only her but all the souls she is meant to protect. While struggling with her emerging memories, Seraphine is sent to collect the soul of Evelyn, a woman whose death was caused by betrayal. As Seraphine investigates Evelyn's life, she discovers that her death was part of a larger conspiracy orchestrated by a group of beings known as the Lightbearers. These beings, who present themselves as saviors, actually seek to control the flow of souls for their own purposes. Seraphine confronts one of the Lightbearers, Valen, who tries to seduce her with promises of power and revelations about her past. Valen claims that Lucian and the other Guardians are merely pawns in a larger game and that Seraphine could regain her memories and humanity if she joins him. Confused and tempted, Seraphine manages to resist the temptation, but doubt begins to take root in her mind. After her encounter with Valen, Seraphine begins to notice that she is being hunted by an entity known as the Soul Hunter, a being that seeks to devour the souls she has collected. This hunter, a nightmare creature with sharp claws and an insatiable hunger, follows her on every mission, growing bolder with each encounter. Lucian warns her that the hunter is a manifestation of the chaos surrounding her existence as a guardian. Each time Seraphine doubts her purpose or her loyalty, the hunter grows stronger. Over time, Seraphine realizes that the hunter is not just an external threat but a reflection of her own insecurities and fears. Finally, the visions of her past become too strong to ignore, and Seraphine decides to confront her own memories. With the help of an ancient artifact provided by Lucian, she delves into her sealed memories and uncovers the truth of her previous life. Seraphine was once a woman named Alara, who died protecting her family from an attack by the Devourers. However, instead of allowing her soul to be lost, Lucian, then a newly appointed guardian, saved her by transforming her into a Shadow Guardian. Upon discovering this truth, Seraphine feels a mix of gratitude and betrayal, questioning whether her current existence is a blessing or a curse. As Seraphine grapples with the revelations about her past, the Lightbearers launch an attack on Noctara, seeking to destroy the Shadow Guardians and take control of all souls. Led by Valen, the Lightbearers unleash an army of Devourers, creating chaos in the city. Seraphine and Lucian fight side by side, using all their power to protect the city and the souls under their care. The battle is fierce, and many guardians fall in the conflict. As the situation grows desperate, Seraphine realizes that the only way to stop Valen is to face him directly, risking her own existence. Seraphine confronts Valen in the ruined cathedral, the place where her journey began. Valen, powerful and arrogant, reveals that he always knew who she was and that his true goal was to use her to access a power that would allow him to rule both the living and the dead. The battle between Seraphine and Valen is epic, with both using their abilities to the fullest. However, Seraphine, driven by her love for the souls she has protected and her desire for redemption, manages to defeat Valen, destroying him and freeing the souls he had captured. With his death, the Lightbearers dissolve, and the balance between the worlds is restored. With the threat of the Lightbearers eliminated, Noctara begins to rebuild, and the Shadow Guardians, now under the leadership of Lucian and Seraphine, prepare to face new challenges. Seraphine, although aware of her origin as Alara, accepts her identity as a guardian, knowing that her mission is vital to the balance of the world. Lucian, proud of his disciple, bestows upon her the title of Eternal Shadow, a guardian who has overcome her fears and doubts and now protects the realm of the dead with renewed strength. As the days pass and the stars shine over the city of Noctara, Seraphine knows that her journey is far from over, but she is ready to face it with the confidence of someone who has found her true purpose. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment.